We are brought to you by Tab Touch. Got the touch? Download the Tab Touch app today. What are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, visit gamblinghelponline.org.au. This is Hardball Gets AFL show. My name's Nick Bryn, joined by Xavier Ellis and Ryan Daniels.
We've had a very good weekend for members of this podcast, I would say. And starting with our man Xavier Ellis, who now is apparently opening his own bottle shop because he has that many beers coming his way.
Well, that's why I'm late. Unfortunately, I got held up at Dan Murphy's, just getting the truck full.
Opening the new franchise store.
Having said that, so we did put a video up on our socials saying, hey, no more.
No more.
I don't know what I can tell you almost the exact minute we uploaded that preview to the round, because if you didn't listen to it, that's no dramas. But I said I'd take a box of beer.
Yeah.
I'd take Richmond.
We capped it at 10, didn't we?
Capped it at
Was it 5?
6.
6.
Oh, 5 plus Kev.
And then I got bullied a couple of times. So I got messages within minutes. Like I looked at my socials and I hadn't been on. I was like, why have I got 15 direct messages? Like, what? Like your heart drops. Your heart drops. What have I done? And then so the first 5 I took. Yep. Then Kev jumped in. Yep. And then I was like, I'm feeling pretty good.
Take a few more.
Have another one. And then I was like, finally said, after taking 3 or 4 extras, no more.
Yeah.
No more.
Yep.
No more.
Put a little video out.
And guess what?
He took more.
No, then a bloke was like, well, mate, I used to say you were the Norm Smith medalist in 08. I was wrong. You were weak. I was like,
he's sweet talked.
I was like, right, then come again. There goes another one. But funnily enough.
So how many was the number?
About 10. Yeah, 10. So it's hard to keep track of when people are paying out at 3/4 time.
yeah, that one.
So I do need to say, messages like this have been falling into our Hardball Gets social. Hurts me to know I lost another carton to Zave, thinking the Eagles would be a chance. Paid my debt to Zave at 3/4 time. Anyways,
Who was that?
Kyle. So, mate, one bloke texted me asking if you could cash out. I'll give you 16 stubbies
at half time.
Yeah, all right. Actually.
Oh, that's
I feel like you ever
fantastic.
seen those houses in the outback, which is just like empty stubbies with a bit of mud between them? That's going to be your extension.
But I've not bought a box
a couple of bedrooms.
I haven't bought a box of beer for, I reckon, the footy season.
Well, you've tapped into the whole beer economy thing too with the security guard. Like, you can start using
No,
this for
I've
other things.
I've got too much beer.
Yeah.
Too much. Anyway, we'll find another game this week, and I'm taking underdogs a bit and giving value.
Are you still not having beers on weeknights?
No, to do on holidays. On holidays.
So anyone who missed it, of course, was you saying that West Coast might lose. You took
West Coast would lose.
You took
not
Richmond.
might. West Coast would lose
with conviction. You said that, and then people rolled in.
So one team had won 4 games for the year, and the other team had won 1.
I know. I could see the math. I could see where
it now makes sense.
See where you landed on it.
Yeah.
And you're doing the routine where you wear a jumper into the hottest room in the world and take it off.
When you go to work at 4 a.m., mate, the jumper
stays on.
The jumper.
Just for some of us who have been saying for a while now that the Dockers stay with them, be patient. Stay with Justin Longmuir. It was a good weekend for the Believers.
Well, so am I the only one in here that was like that?
Oh, I think the amount
who are you saying
from memory, you said you've done
about being intense.
From memory, you did a monologue about being done.
My monologue said, "Show me," and guess what?
He said no more. He said I'm done.
And guess what?
He left just enough wiggle room to wind that back.
8 out of 9. What I do laugh at though is, and I reckon you might have done this once or twice. And this is when the pundits make these grand statements about teams like. They're no good, Fremantle.
Brisbane,
they can't do it.
Brisbane Lions last year.
Yeah,
and then this is why. And they rattle off 4 or 5 things. And then the team comes good. They win 8 out of 9. And then the response, instead of saying, I was wrong, is, see, this is what I was talking about. Yeah. Now they've done all the things that I said they should do.
Did you say that deliberately in a David King voice?
Yeah.
This is what I was talking
about. And I can't
Ah.
believe it's taken this long for them to fix it. Geez, I was right. Like, they just, it's okay at times to just say, you were wrong.
No, we can't do this, Rhino, because there's a war going on at the moment about worst takes in the AFL. Between SEN and Triple M. The Fireballs beat the Rubbers. And I'll tell you what, the Rubbers is probably not a good name for it.
It probably is.
That has been that's carnage.
Did you bring anything for me today? Any sweet treats?
No, so he's after a Kit Kat. This is funny.
Do you know how many...
This morning on radio...
The 2 messages I got all weekend flooding into my DMs was a picture of a chocolate bar and a picture of a tent.
Yes.
They were the 2 that I was just inundated with.
So this morning on air, we said to Ryan, and we'll get into the teams really quickly because we are in a rush this morning, but Ryan's like, it's a Kit Kat, and he's told us a story that Harley Reid might re-sign. Like, Okay.
Oh,
and
piss
then
off.
Danny Shuey comes in
piss
and
off.
goes, look, to be honest with you,
It's not a story.
I'm not sure that's a story.
Well,
There's more meat on the bones.
No, that's
there. You
mate.
can
That
call-
is
that's a story.
If anyone doesn't think that Harley's people going to West Coast with a contract to say this is what we think it looks like,
can I ask-
and it's a long-term deal. If you don't think that's
No, it is.
significant in the Harley's,
it's a story.
It's a
but-
Kit Kat.
I think it's
Small.
no, give him some credit.
That's
This is
not
the
even
best,
just-
No, if
the
Rhino...
best
no,
Harley
this isn't-
contract stuff we've had in a
Mate,
long time.
Everyone's
but
been waiting for a Harley update. This is the most significant one.
Yeah, but
this is not even a
It's
regular
not
Kit
deal
Kat.
done.
You don't get... no, it's a
I want
fun
a chunky.
sizer.
Chunky.
No. When you come out and say Harley Reid signed 6 years first at $2 million a year...
This is the stepping
That's a
stone.
Kit Kat.
No,
Yeah,
no,
but
this
that's...
is-
No, because that everyone will have that.
I'm the
Yes.
general
This is-
store. No,
this
it's
is the-
first.
this is
That's
the turning
first.
point.
No, it's first.
This is the turning point.
You've shaped it.
I've
Yeah,
shaped
you gotta
it.
get
Yeah,
it.
this is
shaped
the
it.
flag planted in the ground. So when that happens, he'll just retweet it.
This is my passive,
as
this is my
reported.
passive aggressive retweet moment.
You
Yeah.
need to...
In the distance,
You're
I will
setting
be
it up.
quote tweeting myself and saying,
As reported.
as reported back in what month is it? July.
July, yeah.
Harley Reid has signed a long-term extension. Doesn't matter who breaks it.
This is
me.
I saw you on
flag
Saturday.
planted.
I saw you on Saturday.
You did.
And I was deflated pre-game.
Yeah, you were flat before
Deflated
the game.
pre-game.
You can't believe
Driving
me.
in the car 17th v 18th, I was
was
thinking
so annoyed.
West Coast.
And what was I?
Who am I?
glass half full.
Who am I looking forward to seeing today? And I genuinely thought about it, and there was one player, Harley Reid. I
was gonna say-
one player, the good, bad, and the ugly of the whole thing. Like I was looking forward to seeing
I was
that.
going to say Matt Flynn.
No, Harley Reid. So if you don't get the breaking news
I just
about
did.
about the length of contract,
I just did.
and it's not done.
What's the length?
Very long.
Yeah, so
It's
that's
10
what I
10
mean.
years. No, it's 10 years.
Start dealing
10
with
years.
facts, mate.
Look, it's
Start,
10
once you
years.
start telling me,
I said 10 years.
once you break the news, I'll Kit Kat.
This
you.
is-
Alistair,
no, this is
Alistair
so
Link's the last 10
disrespectful.
years? It was Buddy was 9 years, wasn't he?
No, Cozzy Pickett was 10.
Oh, because he's 10.
Like 5 minutes ago.
And Cosy had
that
5
was
and
an-
kicked 30
that was
or
an-
something.
That was
I
an
tell you what,
extension.
this is disrespect now.
All right, but let's get going.
Oh, I thought
chunky.
you did. Is no one going to mention that I actually won my multi?
What?
I won my multi.
He did win
I
his
told
multi.
you I know about football.
He knows a lot
you
about it.
didn't.
I told you I know about football. It was in really
Oh, what game did you do?
West Coast Richmond.
Of course, this is with Tab Touch, and it's
It was
found
with
on their
Tab
trending
Touch and
bets.
the hardball bets. So we came up to 3/4 time and I had 4 out of 5 legs, but I needed Taj Houghton to get 15 and he had 9 for the game up to that point.
Oh, jeez.
And then I kind of half tuned out thinking, I'm done here.
Yeah.
And then I tuned back in and he had a passage of play where he
Yeah,
got the bell about
3 times.
three
Yeah,
times.
yeah.
And I thought, I'm just going to check here. And he'd already passed it.
Yeah.
He blew past it.
Hey, go on. Well done, Rennie.
I said- in stunned
hats
silence.
off. Hats off.
Daniels.
I reckon I dropped the Paul Curtis. I thought he'd kick a goal. He didn't.
Yeah.
And Errol. was a
Yes,
few-
I know. He
about
killed.
5
He
touches
was a
short.
multi-killer.
He just-
Donuts 27 minutes in the last quarter.
The last quarter
did
did
0, 0,
bugger
0,
all.
0. Had 0 all the way through to 20.
Took one mark late and kicked and
Yeah.
one kick.
Yeah.
Couldn't believe it. I thought I was going to go again because Curtis missed an easy one early.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, he's on a bit.
Yeah.
He's in it. So
busy.
flat.
So Rennie's the winner. You fell
get
short, and the one leg that we spoke about on Friday, I was
that's
worried about Sam
Yep.
Durham.
Yep.
He's the only leg that let me down.
So you blokes just don't know football.
That's
like
the
I know
third. That's the
football.
third week in a row I've dropped
always
the one
the-
leg.
it's always
Fourth
the
week in a row.
No,
Third
it's
week.
always
yeah.
the shaky leg, isn't it?
But like,
It's always the one that you know.
Yankee league.
Wardlaw for 15 and getting subbed off.
But I think we identified. This is the thing. There's always an obvious one with you.
Righto,
I'm going to
righto.
pick it this week too.
All right,
Well,
let's
yeah,
rock and
then
roll.
come past.
Come on.
We've got to be on time today because we've got things to do, people to see.
do.
I'm going for a facial on Wednesday, actually.
Oh, I'm not going to get into that.
Let's go straight to Fremantle Dockers.
Oh,
hey.
Here we go.
As a proud major sponsor of the Fremantle Football Club, Woodside has accepted the challenge of supporting local footy at all levels, from grassroots to greatness, which we saw on the weekend, so it can thrive throughout WA. Woodside, Australia's leading energy company.
Before you get into your bit, can I just say I wrote a piece about 10 weeks ago about being patient with Justin
shut
Longfield.
up.
No, just all the people who replied
who?
and said, out of the tent, you're wrong, he's got to go. I'm looking forward to all those people replying
many
back.
receipts?
Okay, now I need to wind it back in a little bit. I'm
looking
up and
forward
about
to
the
it.
free.
No, I'm looking forward to it.
I didn't see.
I can't wait to hear from them all.
I haven't seen the premiership photo yet. Is that you didn't get that on the weekend?
We're not
So
doing
wind it back a little bit.
I'm just
Give it a
saying.
few weeks,
Why-
mate.
I'm just
wind
saying.
it. They're one of 7 teams that can win it.
Oh, here we go. He's going to poo-poo them.
No,
you
absolutely.
poo-poo?
No. We've given them the flowers. Absolutely
And
outstanding.
now you're going to put the fertiliser on.
the
literally.
two-headed monster. Josh Tracy's a genuine star.
Yep.
Paddy Voss
Oh.
was a fan favourite more for antics than
Yeah.
output.
Yep.
without him, they are not in that game at three-quarter time.
No, incredible.
Without him, they don't win that game
Nope.
at the end of the game.
Yep.
Patrick Voss slaughtered their captain.
He did.
Yeah.
On the MCG away from home.
Yeah.
That was a performance of a guy who I think can now he's not going to do that again this year probably.
No.
But all of a sudden you're going, oh, if Paddy Voss kicks a goal, he's going to dry hump the air and run 100 metres.
Yep.
He actually, I expect him
He's
now to
very
kick
restrained.
two or three
Well,
weeks.
and
2
it
or
was
3
funny
weeks.
because
That's his job.
I
It's
reckon
a two-headed monster all of a sudden.
The last 2 weeks, I was like, I wonder if this Voss thing has run its course. Like, because he wasn't getting a lot of the footy and he was sub once. And I was like, maybe the little lightning in a bottle moment's gone.
Yep.
And then he does this and it's like, no, we're going again.
Outstanding. I loved it. And even the commentators, when he kicked his fourth, he strutted back as though he actually was Wayne Carey and had done it 1,000 times. I loved it. And the umpires picking and choosing really quickly.
Oh,
God.
Jesus Christ.
So there's two parts to this.
Oh, wait, hold on. Was that umpiring, was it the worst of the year? The whole lot?
No, the umpiring was, let's just stop calling free kicks in the ruck.
Yeah.
Because no one cares.
And no one knows.
Ruck
Yeah.
hits to advantage.
Yep.
Think about the stoppages where no ruck turns up and they say, only Fremantle ruck, no Collingwood ruck.
Yeah. There was one the other day with no rucks.
But nothing happens from that. How often no clearances come of that? They are that dopey, they don't do anything with it. So let's stop giving away free kicks, but pointing to the big screen free kick, a vague
God.
point, outrageous.
Unbelievable.
Why are Fremantle the only team that does
extend,
this?
Please,
No,
Josh.
well,
Extend, please.
funnily enough, Collingwood dived into my DMs and said, well, dickhead, have you forgotten the free kick?
What, the Collingwood Football Club?
No, a supporter. remember 2 years ago, it was a draw at Optus,
Yes.
and they got that goal because the Collingwood player got up and gave the ball to
Yes.
Dacos. Everyone's like, what was that a free kick for?
That's right.
They're like, we don't ever forget our shit free kicks either.
But
so,
also, like Carl Warner, looks like the most polite young
Yeah.
man. He's
Yeah.
almost like, oh, yeah, there's the screen. Like,
So-
I
Can't
doubt
point it
that he
at
was
it was
yelling.
the flimsiest alarm, too.
know.
A vague. What I would say is, I do hate the look of players pointing to this big screen.
Yeah, but he was barely even
No,
doing that.
but it's like, nothing's coming of it. They're not going to go, oh, Carl,
Oh,
you're
no.
right.
Oh,
yeah.
Schultze, give us the pill back. That's sorry.
Yeah, I just saw the big screen.
It's just-
Carl just alluded me to the screen.
So remove Carl from that because his was as soft a
Soft.
point as you've ever
Yeah.
seen.
Yeah.
But when, big Steve May goes, oh, look at this, like, it's childish. Like,
Yeah.
Caleb Strong, unbelievable.
yeah, incredible.
And the two-headed ruck monster worked again. And it was the same thing. Cameron was very good all game.
Yeah.
Gets to the last term, he kind of starts running low because those guys as a tandem break you down.
Pounded by two
Slowly,
big men.
happened with Meek, happened with Marshall, and now it's happened again with Cameron. All really good ruckmen, and it looks like throughout the day, like their ruckman's going really well. Gets to the last term, and then suddenly they're a little tight, and Jackson's still flying like a
Yeah.
lunatic.
Yeah.
He was superb in that last 15, 20 minutes. Like, I have to
working.
say, and Hayden Young,
Oh.
apart from that last kick, but he was
Oh,
kicking
we
it inside
tried-
50.
yeah.
It was like,
Yeah.
but the other one where he hit Jackson.
I think the most
you don't reckon
staggering
he
thing
meant
of
that,
the-
do you?
Huh?
He wasn't
Yeah,
aiming for
he's
Jackson.
aiming for Jackson.
Look, there's
He
a
was
lot of
not
players-
aiming for
There's
Jackson.
a lot of players that I wouldn't give the benefit of the doubt to, but Hayden Young is
No,
one of the few.
I tip my hat to Hayden Young. There's no way in the world he's trying to pierce Jackson
You know what?
with that.
Before that, I was staggered that Bailey Banfield's trying to bite off a 45
he?
of the corridor
Oh,
and hits him on the tip.
Yeah.
That was special.
All right, well done, Freo.
All right, there's the flowers.
well done.
Okay. Geez, you gave me some shit teams. Like, you gave me three.
Mate, it's just,
No,
I told you, systems and processes.
Rini uses chat PTGT
No, that was
as
the
well.
once. No, that was the
No,
one
you're not the
time.
only one that's using it,
Honestly,
apparently.
Stuff your algorithm keeps handing me those shit teams. Even the good teams are shit. Like, they're boring. The Lions. How many weeks in a row have you given me the Lions? Okay.
Well, yeah, because I've got to
Let me ask you this about Brisbane. Have we disrespected them all season? Should they actually be the premiership favourites?
Brisbane, yeah, I've been thinking of this. I think so.
I don't think
they are.
I don't think we've disrespected them. We've been talking about they're just getting it
They're
done.
but they're boring.
They overwrote them all.
Well, yeah.
No, but that was
Again.
hang on, no. I will wear last year's as a complete nutter cock up on my end. I'm not wearing this year's joking one.
They
So if
are-
any Brisbane supporter
On
thinks I'm
that,
seriously doing
I was
that,
just thinking back the other day, it was the Robert Wall stuff, his reaction when people brought up, remember he said West Coast would win the wooden spoon the year they won the flag, and then he was just like, did I say that?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, there you
I
go.
remember.
Whoops.
Speaking of that, and we'll just pause on Brisbane because they are boring anyway. I was in Melbourne for that grand final, and part of that was all like, someone needs to get Wolsey that week in the lead up to the granny. And so I finally got through to Wolsey, and I just got, mate, look, just want to grab on you. And I was like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. I normally say yes. I'm not doing it.
I think they got hold of him post game though, some boys.
Crucified. So they'd lost. I had to look back at their record because I was like, are we underrating them? They somehow lost to the D's at the Gabba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, remember that?
They were slow starters.
Remember that? And then they drew with North in Hobart, which always weird stuff happens in Hobart. But their last 5 is actually quite tough.
Yeah, there's a couple in there with toughies, though.
Q Clash.
Yeah.
coming.
They'll win that.
They should.
They're done.
But it's on the Goldie.
No, that's home. That's home.
Pies, Swans,
Yeah.
which you'd think
The Swans are on the upward
you never know.
curve, though.
Freo here and Hawthorn. Well, that's a pretty difficult 5.
Yeah.
So if they can get through that with 4 wins,
Yeah.
I think you've got to almost put them on the same. They're only half a game percentage behind Collingwood now.
Did you see, talking about, did you see the ladder this time last year? I saw a tweet go up the
Freo
other
was
day.
like 2nd or 3rd.
Yeah, Carlton were in there and so were Essendon.
Oh,
Essendon was still in there. And I was still hanging by that hope that they'd
Yes.
fall out.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to GWS. So there's one of their players has kicked 10 goals and had 28 score involvements in the past month. Who do you
Sorry,
think
go
it is?
again.
A player has had kicked 10 and had 28 score involvements over the past month. That's 4 games.
Is it Jonesy?
It's not Jonesy.
10. Riccardi.
No. It's Jake Stringer.
Oh,
the
the package.
The package. And you still, I'm
No,
still kind of
we
in
knew
this
the
mode.
package was going to have redemption against Essendon.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
still kind of in this mode of forgetting he's there a little bit.
He's a cream.
Like,
He's
yeah,
just a complete bonus.
And they seem to have managed it so well, just like holding him back and then
Yep.
giving him a bit of a run
Sub.
in and then just unleashing him.
But also not holding him back to reward him. They held him back because he wasn't at the level.
Correct.
Like,
Yeah,
it
you
wasn't
gotta
like,
get-
oh,
you gotta
you're a
get it right.
star, we're going to help
Yeah.
you. Like,
Did you hear
you're
him
not good
talking
enough.
about pre-season when he rocked up and he was like, I knew it was going to be a really tough pre-season.
Yeah.
Like, it was gonna- as soon as he
Just
saw
smashed.
Kings and he's like,
Oh, mate.
this is
But
not going to be fun.
It's
all
like
the
when I went
size of
from
Kingsley's
Hawthorn to
pipes.
West Coast. I was like, oh my God, this is a pre-season. Like
Oh,
some
really?
some teams just do it differently.
Yeah, right.
Simo was like, mate, West Coast can run, but they can't kick.
Ah.
Yeah. Jeez, like, but it was right. Like, you go up there, you're off the grid. Jake Stringer's had Essendon around his finger. He would have had Bulldogs around his finger. He's never looked extremely fit.
No.
You go to the Giants on your last chance, and all of a sudden those cushions and surroundings
Yeah.
that you're comfortable in, mate, you're doing
But
it all.
and this is a question, right, for teams who come up against them, because we were assuming now they're probably going to make finals. And Western Bulldogs
Every
are the
week
ones
we
that
put
sit.
lines through them.
Well, yeah, but now it's like, who do you send your second best defender to, let alone your third? So you got Hogan, Cadman's going nuts, Toby Green.
Stringer would be 4th or 5th on that list.
Yeah, I know.
And
This is the thing. Then he
that's-
pops up here.
Well, that's the
Yeah.
bonus. If the Giants ever get everyone in, they could win it. But
Well, I
we
think,
just haven't seen
I
it.
think they're going to get everyone back, aren't they?
If
think
they
so.
do, but then you got to get them playing well and stuff. It's a form.
But I
thing.
still think it's their
No, but like
midfield.
Sam Taylor
So-
won't take long.
Yeah, but when Hogan comes back, does Cadman regress? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
But maybe it's worked perfectly
Maybe,
that Hogan's
yeah.
popped out while
Maybe.
Cadman's been feeling good.
And I
Maybe.
think, I don't know, it's just their midfield. I think I'm
Brent
not sure it's
Daniels
the
gonna get
deepest and
back?
the best. Jesus, Brent Daniels. Forgot
Hope
about him
so.
as well.
yeah.
Okay, let's head over to another team that played in the WA State. Well, one of the two did play, Richmond Footy Club. 5 wins. Tip my hat.
Hats
Very
off.
high up the
Well
order for
done.
Richmond.
Yeah.
And two of the most exciting passages of play for the entire year at
Oh.
Optus Oval. I think they are 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I don't think we've seen anything more exciting than the Rioli chase.
Yep.
Oh, yep.
Then the Rioli smother chip to himself, and unfortunately for him, Nankervis was in the goal square open.
Yeah.
Or that was goal of the year.
It could have been, yeah.
That was goal of the year.
Yeah.
He went away for a month to go play some VFL football. He actually looks slimmer.
He does.
He looks slimmer. Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't think he had that speed. Like,
Yeah.
that flash through the
So-
middle. He reminded me, and the name's so easy to do the comparison.
Yep.
But it reminded me of Cyril.
So he was-
but Cyril did it.
It was very Cyril.
That was those 2 passages of play with Cyril. The chase down and then the ability to smother, slash, and then somehow, and it's not a fluke that the ball lands there and you somehow hit your foot and roll. That was the 2 passages of play we've had at Optus Oval for the whole season.
So he was running. I saw some people as I was walking out. He was running at that chase down 37 k's an hour, which is extremely fast. Because
lightning.
Hoff was running at 31
Yeah.
and would have thought, I'm sweet. 31 k's an
Yeah.
hour is
Yeah.
fast. Like, no one's going to catch me here. And then-
31's above. It's fast, but I'll be nervous
yeah,
still.
but 37 is
37's
really quick,
lightning,
right?
lightning,
yeah.
lightning,
So
lightning.
for that short patch, that is a flash.
Yeah.
That is good on him. And I've always thought, like, those players are always better in really good teams, though, isn't it? Like, if
But he hasn't shown a thing.
no, but
Like,
because he's a 7-touch guy.
Yeah.
He's a
no,
7 to 10
but even the
touch guy.
7 to 10 had been nothing. Like what we saw, if he can do that 5 times a game, and I know you're not granted the opportunity
No,
5
but
times a
Cyril
game.
used to do that 5 times a game.
It was
And
like,
take a hanger.
Watching the footy in a dull 17th v 18.
Yeah.
They were the 2 things that people will leave and go. Like I'll leave this season watching West Coast every game.
Yeah.
and go, probably the two things I remember is the both things that Rioli did to him.
He was best on ground at half-time with 7 touches.
Oh, it was
Maybe 6, I
amazing.
think.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Anyway, well done to Richmond. Their experience to the midfield just paid dividends.
Oh, let's go to Hawthorn. Similar to the Giants, I still think Hawthorn.
You've always been higher on the Hawks than me, haven't
I
you?
just think there's something there, and maybe it's based on last year's clicking they're on, but Day cleared to play.
Yeah.
So we're expecting him to either play this week or next.
Yeah, that's a big
Do
difference.
they
Mitch
roll him around
Lewis-
the twos?
Maybe, but he is almost in that Rolls Royce category now where you don't.
Oh, Hayden Young came back in.
They are playing Carlton.
Will Days is similar. to
Carlton,
Yeah.
it's Carlton.
As a sub.
I'd say I wouldn't do him as sub.
Mitch
What
Lewis.
happens if an injury happens in the first? What happens if an injury happened in the first 3 minutes of the game with
then you
Hayden Young
manage
as
it.
sub?
It would have been risky.
Yeah, like that's why with Will Day, I just think he's had, like Hayden Young, some multiple
week.
issues now.
So the other day I was writing about Young, and I said there's 4 teams that have a difference maker to come in that hasn't played much. Hayden Young, Will Day,
Give me the-
Jordan DeGoey,
Yeah.
and Sam Taylor. So they're the 4 that in the top 8
Sam
teams.
Taylor, Serge would be happy to have his name put down. Sam Taylor's an exceptional player.
Yeah.
He's not going forward and kicking goals.
No, but in
Yeah,
terms of
but
like
I know
can
what you
swing
mean.
a
I know what you mean.
final, because
Yeah.
if Sam Taylor's
It
playing,
just-
it changes
yeah,
your tip,
100%.
doesn't it? Like
He's so good.
So those 4 guys are the sleeping giant players. Sicily hasn't fired. Watson's been pretty quiet. Moore was great in the weekend, but he's had a pretty quiet season.
Moore's last 8 weeks, he's had
He's
4
He stepped
big
up.
games in there.
Mitch Lewis just come back. So there's a lot there to
Chol
improve.
come
And
back?
they're 5th. Well, he's got an injury again this
Well,
week,
he's
so I
already
reckon he'll
talked
miss
about.
again. And this is the problem. If Lewis gets firing,
Well,
it's
Mitch
gonna be
Lewis
hard.
stays. I don't think they can get rid of him.
I think so too. So for a team sitting 5th and they've had all this going on and they've been unconvincing, I don't know. If they can hold that spot and finish 5 or 6 and get that first final in the first week, that puts them in
Is
a pretty
top
good
4
spot.
out of the question?
No, they're 5th.
Yeah.
They're 5th.
So, like, if they don't even hold, if
I don't
they...
Their last 5 games are Carlton, which they'll win. Adelaide away, tough.
Tough, but...
But not,
Some-
not impossible.
I know they beat Port on the weekend, a bit of a weakened Port.
Yeah.
Port have had the wood over
They have.
Hawthorn massively, whereas I'm not sure Adelaide have.
I don't think
Collingwood-
top four's an option for everyone.
Well,
Yeah.
aren't they?
still, Collingwood, obviously in Melbourne, so they'll win that.
Yeah.
And then Brisbane at the Gabba in the
Okay,
last
it's a
round.
bit tough,
So
I
top
thought.
4 is going to be
Yeah.
tough, but they're capable of all of them.
Yeah.
What's your percentage?
After doing damage, 65.
Well, that's back up.
There.
That's back up.
That's sliding up.
Yeah.
Well, win a final.
Oh, no, like prelim stuff, 65.
Maybe a
Gets a
prelim.
prelim.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let's talk about Adelaide. Where are we?
Jeez, you know he gives himself Adelaide every
I
week.
know, yeah,
However this algorithm works.
Chat
It's
G-O,
1, 2,
chat
3.
G-O, G-O-P-T.
Funny.
One,
that.
you go start at the top and go 1, 2, 3, and then sometimes I change the number. Anyway, we all know I'm big on Adelaide, and we know that
Yeah.
there's probably a top 2 finish on offer should they get everything right on the
Yeah.
run home. One guy who has had little bits of recognition through the year, but I think he's had a far better season than people give him credit for.
I'm nervous what name he's going to say
me
here.
too,
It'll be
I
someone that's
don't-
had 8 front
It
pages.
will be. Yeah.
Josh Worrell.
I'll pay that.
Yeah, okay, no worry. I
I'll
like
pay that.
So he had 25 on the weekend, 11 marks, 11 intercepts.
He's been really good.
And he's sort of popped up. The last couple of years, he's been that sort of 11, 12 game mark.
Yep.
In and out.
It looks like
Had
a,
bit of
it looks like a
injury.
young gentleman you'd be happy
Yeah,
for your
him and
daughter to bring
Michael Laney.
home.
He
Imagine if
does.
those 2 boys, you've got 2 daughters, those boys are at the dinner table.
Yeah.
Jesus, we've done well
We've
here.
raised
Yeah.
our girls.
Until
well.
they come back after pre-season with a sleeve
Yeah.
and leg tats and shit. But other than
Yeah,
that,
but
at the
one day-
moment they look like absolute angels.
One day sleep. But I mean, I would not be surprised if he ends up making the All-Australian squad. I think he's that good. I think when you look back at his numbers through the year, and in a year where there's no key defenders or
Yeah.
big defenders who really made a huge
Look,
impact.
I don't think you're miles off with what he's done, but does he have the name to do it?
Well, this is why I said squad.
Yeah. Well,
not
I don't even know if
team.
he has the name to get in the squad.
See, I just think that
So
when
who
they
are-
sit down and say, who are the best key defenders?
Well,
Nah,
every
let's
team I
go-
keep seeing is that Sam Taylor's still in it. He hasn't played in 6 weeks.
it's like 3
Let's
games.
go. Let's go 4 from Adelaide because potentially they'll finish top 4.
Dawson.
Yeah.
Dawson's in there.
Rankin.
The Thriller will be in the
the
squad.
Thriller,
Yep.
Rankin, Worrell.
It might be Worrell.
Also, I'm a little bit dubious.
But I
I'm
don't-
getting more dubious on Rankin as well.
Yeah,
He's
Rankin's
had-
Yeah, but he's got the name.
peaked,
But he's
yes.
got the name.
True.
Pickett's a lock for that spot.
Yeah, and
An absolute lock.
Elliot will probably get the other one.
Yeah.
Jeez, Elliot missing the other day was like, you just
Yeah.
didn't expect
Nah.
it, did you?
Yeah, I think Worrell will be the 4th.
Okay.
That's my big call.
I don't hate it. Like, as far as your calls go, that's pretty sensible.
Find a market. Let's go Sydney Swans. I was watching Chad Warner yesterday He had 11 disposals at half time. One passage, I think it was 4 handballs in a row. So 11 was
Inflated.
Yeah, I got your 11, but it wasn't a Chad Warner. Then the second half, he was great, outstanding.
Yep.
And it made me think, and I don't know what it is, but if he somehow thought he was Paddy Dangerfield, you know how good Paddy Dangerfield was, that speed. And
Prime Paddy.
I can see, like Chad Warner, he does games you look at and go, that is unbelievable. He does quarters where you go, that is unbelievable. But Danger used to do it for 4 quarters.
Yeah.
And 15 times a season.
Yeah.
Is there a world that it clicks for Chad?
Whereas a Danger peak.
Yeah, because, Isaac Heaney on the weekend had 35 goals, 13 clearances. And you would not believe it. Hopefully our ruck auditors are onto this. His game was rated less than Jordan Sweet's for Port Adelaide. But Chad Warner intrigues me.
Sweet was the highest rated player of the weekend, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was good.
He wasn't Isaac
But he didn't have 5 goals and 13 clearances.
Jesus.
Chad Warner, is there a world you think it's going to click? Or is that the version we're always going to get?
There was a patch, was it a year or two ago where he had that 10-week stretch where it was like Chad Warner's the best player in the AFL?
Yeah, well, but we always were like, him and Heaney.
See, I don't...
He kicked 35 goals last year and averaged, let's go 20.
Yeah.
2 or 3 touches.
See, I don't think he is ever going to be that level. Like Patrick Dangerfield was the best player in the AFL at a period. Him and Fife went back and forward with it for a while there. I just think Chad is one of your pieces and a great piece to have because he's your game breaker.
So even just looking at his disposals really quickly, like he's 19 to 24. That's it. That's his range every week.
Well, who's the Swans' best player?
Heaney.
Yeah. And who's the second best player?
Goulden.
And who's the third best player?
Warner.
Correct.
But is there a world where Warner goes...
was never Dangerfield was never the third best player.
Wait, where's Grundy?
Well, Grundy was good
won.
again on the
So
weekend.
So just on that, I was at Auskick yesterday and we were doing the certificates at the end, and I do the ones. And the bloke who runs the pre-primary was next to me. And we haven't really spoken before. We were chatting about the gala day, and he goes, "Oh, by the way, I'm with you on Grundy."
What's his name?
I don't know yet. I don't know. It was the first time we've spoken.
Well, so if the names all went in the pool,
I'm just saying there's a group of us.
if the names all went in the pool again on the weekend, and you had to rank the ruckman.
Well, we did say that to each other. We said we're losing the argument. I think
I think you're definitely
it started to
losing
drift
the
away.
I knew when I got in the car on Saturday, and they go, right, we're on world record hit out pace with Grundy, and he didn't play the last quarter. They
who was
subbed.
he- who was he
No,
playing?
Teagle, no one.
Brent
Come on.
Teagle.
But they
Brent
subbed. They
WA
subbed
Star.
Laddams in.
Yeah.
Which was obviously part of a plan to give Grundy a bit of time off,
chop
but the
out.
game was slightly closer than
Yeah.
what it was meant to hoping for.
Okay, so we'll do the Gold Coast Suns. So, it was a worry, and in that game, the margin actually flattered them because it was over well into.
Well, there was
quarter time.
There was my 100 point. People flew into my DMs about the 100
coming.
points on the horizon.
It's coming. They do have a few key outs that I'm not sure we're giving, enough credit to. Collins hasn't played in a bit.
Collins is important. Did he win their best and fairest last year?
Yeah,
I
he
think
did.
so, yeah.
And
Miller's huge for
and
him.
Charlie Ballard,
but
Collins
he's
and
not coming
Ballard.
back. Ballard's
I
not
know,
coming
but
back,
the top 2 defenders they have, one hasn't played in a while, and Ballard hasn't played all year.
And
So
Adelaide have some options in
they do
attack.
exactly. So it was almost the worst case scenario for them. But the worry is that in those big tests they don't quite get there. We saw that stat last week about Freo beating the good teams and then other teams not beating the good teams. Gold Coast were one of the ones beating up on the battlers. They had won, I think, a lot of games against bad teams. And if you run through it, West Coast, Melbourne twice, North, Sydney, all the shit teams they've beaten.
I've said it a few times too. If you go, righto, Adelaide's on the board, grand final day, where are they going to beat you? Go, shit, the 3-headed monster.
Yeah.
Fremantle, geez, Sarong, Brayshaw, Young. I'd be nervous about that.
Yep.
I'm not...
Vossi.
Patrick Voss.
Paddy P. Voss. Joe, every team's got a little bit of something that you can highlight. Like, I just don't know what their separator is. What line are they going to go into a grand final where you go?
Can you see
they're on top in that line? I don't see it.
of all the teams in the 8, they're the team that I can least see making a grand final.
No, I've ruled out Bulldogs and I've ruled out Gold Coast. They can't.
Bulldogs done now because Nick hasn't winning the flag still.
We'll
No,
get to
they're
that.
Did make a grand statement about 5 weeks ago.
Darcy hasn't come
They
back as
will.
expected.
Not that they might, they will win the flag,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
he said. He went as hard as you could possibly go. But I agree with you, and I think that's the reason I can't see him even get to a prelim. I mean,
I can't see it.
they could sneak in, I guess, but no, I just can't see him in a grand
I
final.
would love Hawthorn to play the Suns. If
Well, this is what I was saying. If the scenario keeps going the way for the Hawks, they're going to end up with a home final against an interstate team.
Yeah.
And it's going to go pretty well.
Talk really quickly about finals. Watching the footy yesterday afternoon, MCG, sun was out, that yellow balls, twilight stage. Yeah. It felt like a final. Collingwood at home, big crowd.
Big crowd.
Started to get me fizzed.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm just going to clear my throat.
Ready? I need to get you to a doctor, mate. You've got something going on there.
Lay off the
It just
lead.
sits here at the back. Oh, I forgot to mention that. I'll mention it in the next episode.
What? No, you just mentioned
do
it.
it
now.
now.
So our credit card got
Deed.
hacked.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, here we go.
And they spent $500 at like Dr. Ganja.
Hacked, you say?
He got hacked.
Is this what you're telling the wife? Oh, no, we've been hacked
I
again.
was like, well, if we purchased it, it hasn't
I'll tell you
arrived
what,
yet.
if the credit card police who look these things up for banks ever listen to this pod, you're in trouble.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're not going to believe you.
The old Dan Murphy's. Oh, I've been hacked,
no.
Dan. Sorry,
Oh,
mate.
no, yeah,
geez.
$500 a damn Murphy.
What was it called? Captain Gunja?
Oh, Dr. Gunja or something like that.
Yeah.
All right, Western Bulldogs. Okay. Well, in the spirit of what we talked about earlier, I was wrong.
Oh,
There
you're
you
doing
go.
the take thing.
I will do it. I was wrong.
Credit to you.
I'll take it. I get so many right. See, I'm okay to take just one or two back.
Do you smoke a spliff or a bomb? What are you doing?
Do not make us start keeping track of these takes.
Well, I think I would come out pretty well ahead.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah. I'm not even going to argue with you about it.
Delivered in a different style.
Do you think that he now, you know how he does those videos that have gone viral apparently,
Yeah.
according to Josh?
They go viral.
Do you think he's actually doing it so that he can collect information so that he can actually be
Takes.
on the pod?
Yeah,
and have
100%.
takes?
100%.
So,
No, someone
who's the
suggested
best
that.
small forward in the AFL right now? And then
Yeah.
suddenly he starts doing these
Yeah,
bits.
on a
We would
Sunday
see him
night, it
sort
would
of-
just be like, oh, what's everyone's best Western Bulldogs take?
Yeah, what's your best small forward? Someone wrote Vandermeer. Well, I think Vandermeer is the best small forward for Western Bulldogs.
He's crowdsourcing his takes.
I'm crowdsourcing my takes. We're just going to do it straight. They need to basically win every single one of these games, which is actually not
They can't have a Geelong run
outside of
home.
the realm.
They don't travel.
They got They do not leave
No travel.
Melbourne. They go to the MCG once.
Yeah, okay.
Apart from that, it's all Marvel.
Okay.
Essendon,
They'll win that.
GWS at Marvel.
That's a
No.
big. That is
That's
an
a lot,
8-point
yeah.
game.
Yeah.
That's their season.
That's the one. Melbourne at the
They'll
MCG.
win that.
Eagles at Marvel.
They'll win that.
And then Fremantle
Why
at
did
Marvel.
you ask Eagles at Marvel?
Well,
Like,
I'm just running through the
confused.
list.
And then Fremantle at Marvel.
Fremantle at Marvel.
So the
There's two
GWS.
They got two
50-50s.
massive ones.
So they're the two that they have to win.
And that's what those teams are right next to them. So there is still a chance here. I'm not
Well, you know,
ruling
you've
out
written them off
completely.
now. So now that
Now
they
you
win the
can't say they're a
flag.
chance.
No, I'm saying I was wrong. No, chance of making the 8.
No. Now when they win the okay, but when
I
they win the
said
flag
now,
from 7th, you
Their-
can't take
their
them.
bottom 6 probably isn't at the level.
Yes.
Is probably what is happening.
Okay. Just so you know, you're out on the dogs.
But if they win the flag, we're
No,
deleting this episode forever, and I'm just going to bring back the other one.
no, my Brisbane Lion one's still sitting there.
Yeah.
Hey, let's go to Geelong. Outstanding season thus far.
Here we go. He's gonna pot him. He's gonna pot him.
No. Sean Manor.
Oh, yeah.
27-year-old, out
do
of
you have yesterday?
Werribee,
A million.
24 disposals, 3 goals, 3. Outstanding. You've added into those little close Dempsey, Myers, those little whippets diving around. Jack Martin played forward.
The Furline Fleet.
Yeah, but
Feline? Feline Fleet.
Beeline Fleet?
Say Furline.
what is a
Furlong.
I think it's Furlong.
furlong?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
furlong.
of a racing.
I think he's been down
Feline.
one too many furries.
The feline.
The Feline Fleet.
Yeah.
Like they're a messy mob.
Yeah.
That little
That Furline Fleet.
That half forward line's a messy little mob.
Yeah.
But goodness me, they're effective. Sean Manor, I tip my hat. It just shows how many more mature ages are out there. If they're dominating at that level, yeah, I reckon tuck one away every now and then. Well done. Tom Stewart subbed off again.
Yeah. Knee.
But it's the knee that his knees isn't no
Grumbly.
good.
Grumbly knee.
The week before, he limped off with an ankle by the looks of it. He's had a pretty ordinary season.
He had
Tom
like
Stewart.
a-
How desperate are Geelong now that he must play?
Well, he had like a patch after he had the rest, came back and looked okay for,
Oh, I
about,
disagree.
3 to 4 weeks.
Oh, I
I'm
disagree.
not saying good, okay. Like
Yeah.
he looked like a player, not the Tom Stewart of old. I think, yeah, but I could see what you're saying. Have they moved past having to play Tom
Well,
Stewart?
the desperation has to come back. You know, I don't get me wrong. You want him for a final.
Yeah, look, I still think they want him in that team. No
but are they
matter
almost
what.
at the stage where they go, just give him 4 weeks?
Well, they did that.
Yeah, but go again. You have
But
to.
you know, when he's named
can't
All
keep-
Australian in 4 weeks,
He
I have
limped
to
off.
put
He limped off last week. He limped off again this week.
Yeah. It does feel like almost every game now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
A lot. No, I think he
How
wasn't.
old
It,
is
was, it wasn't in the top 50 for.
32 or something like that.
okay.
He is 32. Yeah, he wasn't in the top 50 for intercept marks this year. He's played more games than you think too. Like he's played 13 games.
Yeah,
Yeah, but how many of them did he
about
come off
5
early?
of them he's come off
We've
early.
had one game we had 29 disposals, and then the rest are lower 20s and
His
15s and
percentages
stuff.
are low. Though.
Yeah, what are we?
Like his game time. Like he's probably had 4 games where he's been subbed out or in. Or
Do we want to delete this part out of the podcast?
has he been? What's the low percentage?
18.
He's at an 18 percentage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's 80s for all of them, but other than the weekend we were 57.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Oh.
And like mid to high 80s.
Subbed off late.
All right,
Subbed off
Subbed off really late.
Yeah.
Nursed through. Okay, Port Adelaide. Jeez, give me some shit teams. Travis
What are you talking
Boak.
about, mate?
Okay, so
Power?
all right. If you're
Everyone.
Josh Carr, and in 6 weeks' time you're having your exit meetings, and you roll through them all, Zach Butters, geez, you've had a good year. We can't wait for you to sign 5
Gee,
years.
Zach Butters needs help when he's tagged like he was with Finn.
Well, that was my secondary thing. Jason Horne-Francis, love what you're doing. Keep going, blah, blah, blah.
So he still needs to
And then
improve.
Trav Boak comes in.
Yeah.
G'day, Trav. Long history. Love you. One of the club greats.
Did Kari and no, they wouldn't have played together.
Well, maybe a slight crossover.
Yeah.
What is Josh Carr saying to Travis Boak in that meeting about next year?
I would say it's going to be remember we had to wait till the start of the pre-season virtually to know he's going to go around again this year. I think it's done.
So is the conversation, Trav?
Look, on the weekend when it was wet, there was a couple of times like he missed kicks and kicked the ball off the ground deliberate. Like it was.
It's also like, where's Port at?
He's 37.
Yeah. And if Port were going to be in the, and I think that's why he was still going on, right? Because Port was sort of quasi contenders. So, like, they might have thought they were. Do you know what I mean? Like, no one else really took them
Yeah.
seriously, but they would have thought, hey, we're in the prelim every second year.
Yeah.
And you're him, you're going, maybe, just maybe. But it's
Yeah.
not happening.
No, it's not.
And so now it's like, mate, I need staff.
So you know what's going to happen?
Development coach?
As we spoke about it
You know
today.
what I mean? Like,
They need fresh eyes at that joint too. Do you know what that's going to happen?
yeah.
Fremantle have got Port Adelaide at Adelaide Oval 2 or 3 weeks before the end of the season.
They do.
They're winding up Ken Hinkley and Travis Boak on that night.
You reckon?
And before you know it, you want to go and get an easy kill over Port. All of a sudden,
the
they've got
double
a double
chair off.
celebration.
The double chair off.
80,000. They've got people sitting on the roof cheering. Like, it's going to be one of
Mate,
those things.
Fremantle fans right now are having a little aneurysm about that because it's very Fremantle. Who have they got in the last round, though? Last round,
Western
Gold
Bulldogs,
Coast at
isn't it?
home.
Oh,
Nah,
Port Adelaide.
that's Port. So maybe that's the one.
Yeah, you'd think so. But is he? Yeah, I don't
Saturday
think
night.
he's going around again next year. No,
It's time.
certainly.
Yeah.
Outstanding player. He had
Well,
5-year patch. He was
he'd be a
brilliant.
top 5 player at that club.
Oh, easily. Quickly, let's go through it.
Chad Corns, Treadray, Wanganeen, and Robbie Gray.
Yeah, Robbie Gray's got to be in there.
And then him. But then like the Rosie, Butters, Horne-Francis guys will probably
They're
go
coming.
past at some point. Yeah. If they continue on this current trajectory.
Yeah, mate.
You don't
Boak
think so?
was
I
unbelievable.
know he's very good. They're all very good.
Yeah.
What is that? Remember when Geelong flew in? They got him at the airport.
Yes.
The whole
The
contingent.
track pants, was it?
Yeah.
That track pants? He was wearing
Yeah.
track pants.
Just another reminder that our Vic Country midfield was Pendlebury, Boak, Higgins, Selwood,
Ellis.
Daisy Thomas, was it?
Daisy years older. Sean Grigg. There's one other star, like an actual star.
Not bad.
And we didn't win a game.
All right, we'll go to Carlton. So congratulations, Carlton.
Yes.
Big
No,
club.
I'm
Won
not
a
even unfolding my arms for them.
One of the least inspiring wins I've seen in a long time, but they won.
Yeah.
So they got it done.
They did what they needed to.
And now after that, I want to go back on the negative side. What the hell, Charlie Curnow? Do you know how many goals he's going to be kicking this year?
He hasn't. He's kicked.
He's going to end up with 50, isn't he?
No,
No.
less. No,
What?
no.
He's only kicked 30
he missed
to this point.
Yeah,
He
didn't
missed
he?
about 5 weeks in a row because they've
Yeah.
had him in his multi every
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's another multi that missed by a leg with
Just with
Curnow
Charlie
kicking
Curnow
one
kicking
goal.
a goal.
Yeah.
This is, I know he had some injury issues at the start and then they brought him back a bit too soon.
I just think he's had
But-
an ordinary year.
He's just had a really, but like,
Is Charlie
so far
Curnow
off
older
his
than
best.
we think? How old's Charlie?
no, he's only like 27,
He's still
28.
only young? Okay.
28,
I just
maybe.
thought there's a chance he was like sneaky 30.
Yeah, he could have 33.
You know, like,
Um,
I just thought there's a silly chance.
No, and he obviously looked his best, the best he has all season. But I was staggered by
So
that
he'll
number.
be 29 by the start of next season.
Okay, so yeah, that's sneaky older than you think.
29 before
yeah,
round
but
one.
I feel like key forwards seem to like that's a golden spot for him.
Maybe,
late 20s.
depending on the player's sort of athletic profile.
So it's going to be his worst season in 4 years, and they counted a year when he played like 10 games. I just don't understand. Is he just having a shocker? Is this like a decline? What the hell's going on?
It has to be a decline.
Slight decline, but I wouldn't also be
He
surprised.
did play well on the weekend.
If they get a new
Yeah.
coach and a new game plan, and
What are you
maybe
saying?
no, I'm just saying if.
Sack Voss.
But if they bob up next year, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes straight back up.
Big Harry gets up the ground.
Well, does it
plays.
feel
Yeah.
like Harry's not going to be there? Like that
Well, they need to do
noise is
something.
growing.
Tell you what, I am really looking forward to seeing what Jagger Smith does. That's about the only.
First year off.
That's about the only positive I can get out of Carlton is what Jagger Smith might do.
Jeez,
They don't have their pick, do
We
they?
are really struggling on Carlton, aren't we?
Is this a West Coast that they need to just clear out?
We're getting there.
Well, what about
They're the next. So Melbourne was the new West Coast, and I think Carlton were the new
next.
Melbourne.
And Richmond were lucky.
Richmond were the Hawthorn.
Yeah, but Richmond were
But,
lucky.
yeah, but
Yeah.
Richmond at the same time, so many guys came
Can
requesting
you
a
imagine?
trade.
Richmond pulled their own rug.
Imagine Rioli, Baker, Bolton all coming to you saying, "Hey, do you mind if we all go for top 10 draft picks?"
Yeah.
When you want to do a rebuild,
okay.
like what?
Sure. Okay,
Yeah.
no worries.
No,
Shit,
it's-
yeah.
Oh, no, really make it
Yeah,
two.
boys.
All right, next one.
We're gonna
Next one.
We're going to give you a send off at the best and fairest too. Melbourne Footy Club. What do you make of Stephen May sent to the tribunal? What did you see when you saw the
I don't
vision?
think he had any other option, but that doesn't necessarily mean he won't get suspended.
If you
Yes.
if you did that, you AI'd someone else in there, you would have been like, oh, that was an accident.
Yeah.
It's Stephen May. He
If
just
that's-
gives that extra
so-
like 25%.
So your AI in Scotty Pendlebury,
yeah,
Yeah.
he was going for the ball.
fine.
But he still gets, if it's Pendles, he's still
Tribunal.
But
Yeah.
no one's
But gets
saying.
off.
Yes.
But it's still weeks, but no one's
Well,
going
in
like,
your
"Oh, it's
head,
bloody Steve
in
May."
your head,
Yeah.
you're not going. He meant to do that. But with Stephen
Yeah.
May, you've got a little bit of.
Do we
There's
feel
Stephen-
as though
there's attacks.
someone said to the point to me that he was attacking the football, and don't get me wrong, he didn't put it out. But if he got that ball first, his intentions were to shit mix the kid with the footy.
If the kid got to the ball first,
No,
him,
if he got the ball first
He
Yeah,
did,
I agree
and
with
not
you,
the
man.
kid, like
Yeah.
you're coming out that quick to impact that hard. You're somewhat hoping that you get the ball and then because Steve May
Yeah.
would have murdered that bloke.
Just run
Yeah,
over the
that's
top of it.
true.
Size difference.
he was coming with some pretty heavy momentum.
Force.
But then we talked about that before. Is it? I don't think it was Nick Nat who got suspended for tackling a little player
Yeah,
from
on the
Essendon.
boundary
I can't
line.
remember.
No, was it Essendon?
No, that was Merritt when he pulled his hair. But there was
yeah.
another one. Was it Carl Amon?
Yeah, it was
And I
kind of
remember in the tribunal
Yeah.
they were trying to do it, and it was like he paid a price
Yeah.
because Amon was so much smaller, and it was like Nick had to somehow in his head do
Nice.
the weight distribution and go, well, I can't spear tackle this guy because I'll kill him.
I remember that
Whereas
quite
if it
clearly.
was Lloyd Meek, I'd be sweet.
Because we went and got on the piss down south that weekend when he was suspended. He's like, "Oh, this wasn't a bad weekend." Yes, it's a tough one.
Yeah.
3 weeks you're comfortable with?
Yep.
Yeah, and
That's
I
what
think
it'll be.
and I think on the Stephen May, like I think the AFL will be happy to give like a higher suspension because there's not as many people are going to be up in arms if Stephen May's suspended.
One, it's Stephen May. Two, their season's over.
But it-
Three, he's already concussed. So
And
he's
nobody
missing
cares about
anyway.
Melbourne.
But it does set the precedence if
Correct.
Scott Pendlebury does do it.
Well,
Yeah.
Different conversation.
That's Collingwood's problem.
All right, I'll do Essendon. Archie Perkins, I still feel like there's a little
No,
bit in there that
no.
someone should give him a chance.
We
But
gotta-
Someone will give him a
I don't want
chance,
to talk
but-
about Archie Perkins.
Are they
too.
on Friday night again?
What this exposure
Yes.
has done, and all the injury exposure, it has shown us that there is nothing in the cupboard. All right, I'm concerned.
Oh, but no club's got 13
no.
deep.
But I'm concerned. My one little concern is that they will put all of this down to injuries.
Oh, yeah, no, they're still
No.
shit.
Guys, we had
Well,
no
no,
players. No,
did-
hold on.
The coach was basically potting
He did.
Dodoro in the presser. I think he knows.
Next year, they need to cut super deep,
Go on, give me some names.
go super young, be very aggressive at the trade table with anything of remote value. Now, there's not a
We've
lot.
said this about West Coast, haven't we? And they didn't.
Yes, and there's not a lot of stuff with value.
Okay.
But there's a couple.
Go on.
I would say Jordan Ridley still has some value.
Yes.
Drifting.
Yes, but some.
Fading very quickly.
Some. I would say Darcy Parish has some value.
Well, put a figure on it.
Second.
Oh, maybe.
I would
Just.
say
Someone to do it.
Andy McGrath has some value.
Gee, Andy McGrath's a whipping boy of that club now.
And Mason Redmond has value. He has actual value.
He had a value a couple of years
Because the
ago.
only one I'm not trading is Merritt unless he wants to go. Because you need someone
But
to
a
be
bit like Richmond, do you want...
you need someone. It's almost like Max with Melbourne. You need someone to be the club's leader. You can't
Max-
just go rudderless because you end
Max
up with
Max is a premiership captain.
yeah. Well, but Merritt is in a different team. He's a premiership captain.
Yeah, but he's
But
going to give you
but like
the-
Max and Merritt, I don't...
Draper, like I know why they're putting all these offers on the table because they have to drive up the price to get the picks. Just don't let him sign that contract.
Imagine if he said yes and called their
It'd be a
bluff.
disaster. So I don't want them to go, oh, well, that was a write-off because of all the injuries. Next year we'll be so much better because everyone's back. And it's no, guys, no, you'll just be 11th again. So please, Essendon, lean in again.
Yeah.
You've already lost Nick Martin for the year. Lean in again.
What if someone knocked on the door for Nick Martin off an ACL?
Do it. Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
I think Merritt's the only one.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Caddy.
and Caddy
No, Caddy.
and
Kako.
Zach Reed.
No, Kako's
What about
not-
Kako?
Kako's not untouchable.
I like Kako. He's not untouchable.
He's the first year
No,
top 10 pick.
it's Reed,
He's not
it's Caddy, and it's
untouchable.
Merritt.
No.
Those three are the legit possible A graders. One is an A grader and two possible.
No, I'm putting Kako right on the edge of that.
Here we go. He's got a new
He's an
guy.
A grade small
He's
forward.
got a new guy. All right, come on.
St Kilda. So one of the things we learned on the weekend was that
Are we really doing St Kilda?
We can blow him
we
if you
got to talk.
want.
No, we got to talk about Nazay Wanganeen Miller.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. Yeah, do
Well,
you
let's just talk about his game.
No,
That was,
do your thing.
again, on the same weekend. So Isaac Heaney probably had the best individual game
Definitely.
we've seen this season, not ever.
Um,
You think it's a better one? 31,
Rioli.
5?
He was very good.
Rioli had a better.
Heaney was very
Six.
good.
Yeah,
In a
he
very
is
in a really
unbelievable.
shit game, he was very good.
Well, see, if St Kilda won, or if this wasn't St Kilda, like Wanganeen Miller is 36, 2 goals, 10 clearances, 9 score involvements.
is that Chris Scott going, we're just going to win this game regardless? Like,
Yeah.
they did not send a soul
No, he
to
said
him.
they said they tried.
No,
But
they didn't. No, they didn't.
I've heard
No.
coaches say that. I don't think they're trying
No,
very
they
hard.
don't try.
No, I've
When
seen some
Sam
of the
Mitchell,
visions.
I took a photo in the first quarter, and Nazai was in. I'm going to go 60 metres of space at a stoppage. That's the time you can grab him. Sam Mitchell, when he said we tried to tag him with 3 or 4, bullshit.
Rubbish, Sam.
3 or
Mitch,
4
come
people
on.
went near him.
Yes.
This is the biggest signature that St Kilda have been in line for in decades.
Is the worst case scenario for them? He leaves, and De Koning comes for 1.7.
Oh, that's bad.
But that might happen.
And then
Nah,
you
but what do you get
and
back?
then
What do you get
Marshall
back?
goes, I'm not f***ing leaving.
Yeah.
So then you're stuck with De Koning and Marshall in this split time.
And no
Nazai
Naz.
Wanganeen's gone.
Yeah.
And you got nothing.
How old is Naz?
He's only like 21, 22.
There's a
He's
world
young.
he's the best player in the comp next year.
Could be.
Agreed.
I love him. And if he goes,
he's still not even big.
it is round
No,
20.
he's dead set.
Guys,
Could be the
what have we learned when players haven't signed by round 20?
Yeah, you're in trouble.
It's not a great sign.
I think from memory, and I'm
22 years old.
Travis Cloak is about the only one that was massive news at
And
the time,
signed late.
and then signed late.
It
for the
is
Pies.
getting to the point. Now, it might just be that Naz hasn't made his mind up, but it is getting to a point.
Frame and market percentages.
I don't know anything because this isn't my area.
No, we're guessing. We're not. This
But I
is
just-
this is none of our area.
I just deal with facts.
Would
And
you
if
say 3 out of 10 staying?
from around 20 onwards?
Yeah.
In players?
Yeah.
Yeah. If they're this big,
No. So the chance is 30%.
probably 3. Yeah.
30%. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
in that.
I wonder if he's going to Adelaide or Port Adelaide.
Well, it sounds like Port, doesn't it? Port
Remember that blow up.
Jeez.
Jace
Jesus, that's
Burgoyne.
Yeah.
They're eating Yochi.
Yochi.
I remember that? They went to
Yeah,
Yochi.
it's expensive.
Imagine if he
Yochi,
wandered
Yochi.
in and said, I love Travis Boak, my favourite player. Then Cars signed him on.
Yeah.
Mate, He's living with Boki.
Or he would just say, do you want his number 10?
Oh.
He'll give you number 10 and he'll be
He's
your
going.
personal development
Yeah,
coach.
yeah, you'll live with him.
You live with Boki, whatever.
All right, let's rock and roll over to Collingwood.
Last round.
Collingwood have lost their last 2 games by a goal and then a point. They do have a tricky run home, Collingwood. McRae, you could see yesterday post-game.
Salty.
Bit
Yeah.
salty.
That was salty.
It was salty.
Oh, yeah, Freo were really good. Oh, they should probably do that all the time. I was like, whoa.
I know the point. Like when they turn it up, Freo, they're fast and when they're slow, they're no
Yeah,
good.
but
When
when
they're
you
fast,
say
they're
that
good.
is the opposition coach post-game,
no,
that
no.
only comes across one way.
I know, but there's often something more to it. I don't know what it is yet.
Yeah, there is something.
They got Richmond this
Him
week.
and David King were assistants together at Richmond.
Oh, no, I don't think so.
That's going back a while.
I think they
Maybe.
were. Yeah, I think they were.
Just quickly, Richmond this week. So, tick. So, remembering they've lost their last 2.
Yeah, so they'll flog Richmond. Well, although
Yep.
Richmond are,
No, they'll flog Richmond.
plucky.
Brisbane,
Where is it?
G. Hawthorn, G.
Yeah.
Adelaide,
G.
Adelaide.
Ooh.
So there's a world where
pretty tough
there's
game.
a world where they lose 5 of 6.
Yeah, it could happen.
There is a world where that happens.
Who's in the last round? Or is that-
Melbourne,
Okay.
walkover. But look, all of a sudden we're seeing Collingwood sitting on top of the ladder with
Could they
now
fall
only
third? So
Well, they're only a game in front of Adelaide.
So Brisbane and Adelaide go 1-2. Collingwood falls
could
to
easily-
third.
could
have
easily
to go play
happen.
Adelaide Oval in
Oh,
in
baby.
a qualifying final.
And just quickly, does Nick Dacos still get the Brownlow votes from yesterday?
Probably.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
Sarong will go real close.
Yeah.
What about Paddy?
Um,
And do we worry about Darcy Moore, or you just give him a mulligan?
he's had a
Good,
good
yeah.
moments.
But that was
season. He's had some bad moments.
that
too.
was an old fashioned get that rotten crab out, yum yum yum,
it
ass
was a-
eating.
Yeah, they were assistants
He,
together.
he wasn't mid-season though. He was pre SPP.
Yeah,
So you can't eat.
no,
You
Paddy's
can't eat
fine,
him.
mate.
You can't eat him. Look, I've got North Melbourne.
Blow it.
You can bull it.
No, I've got a thing I can do. But who's your last team?
Well, West Coast, and I'm just handballing to you about Harley Reid. So
Oh, okay. Well,
basically
we've done the
yours.
Harley Reid thing though. So
we haven't
I'll do
actually done
North.
that. We haven't done the detail on this pod.
We've done a fair bit of Harley.
We did it at the
Oh,
start.
well, what else? Well, I've
What else
just
do you
got,
wanna ask me?
I've got his stat line and then Rhino question mark.
Good
Okay,
one.
I'll
we're
do
gonna
North
make it.
Melbourne.
So North Melbourne will bull
We've
it.
just,
the Eagles.
we've
North.
just done 40 seconds on him anyway. Without doing it.
North at the line again.
Hey, just quickly, Darling, Parker, Daniel. The three old blokes
That
they
sounds
brought in.
like, is that a draftee for next
Has
year?
it worked?
Darling, Parker, Daniel?
So
Parker
Darling-
gets a tick.
He's had his moments. Bit of mid-time. He's
Daniel
got one.
gets a...
Parker's got one more year.
Daniel shouldn't get the ball. He can't kick over 30. He can't
can't.
kick over 40 metres
Well,
now.
he's
so
contracted to the end of 2028.
I'm not going to pot
Three
him.
more.
I'm not going to pot someone who was born in Beaudesert.
And
No, he's a nice player, but he's lost all penetration, and they allow him to do the kick in. So he plays on, and he still only gets to the 50-metre line.
Jack Darling, 16 games, 16 goals. Won a game.
Yeah, he's
6
done
goalless
well.
games. 3 years he signed, so 2 more. So he's there
not,
till
I don't think-
2027.
Is he holding anyone out is the question. I don't think he's doing a lot.
Big Combin went forward on the weekend.
Finbar got booted. I don't
There was
know.
no,
Okay,
there was
nah,
no
give
Larky on
Finbar
the
in.
weekend.
Has it worked?
Finbar's a guy.
Has
No,
it
no
worked?
Larky on the weekend either.
Has it worked?
No, not
No, not really. But it wasn't working at West. His performance has probably been better than what was at West Coast.
Of the three,
Yeah.
we'd take Parker.
Parker's been good.
Parker tick.
Parker's been good.
Yeah. Okay.
Caleb Daniels been fine. He hasn't got the penetration, and he's not. So that eliminates a lot of ball use when the defensive bubble's set up, and you cannot get it over that 70-metre bubble. And that's why Blakey and those guys who we think turn it over a lot and is
still
a bit,
valuable.
But it's further down the field.
taking the distance and getting over the back of the defence is pretty
It's
important.
worth its weight in gold.
It is.
I would
Jordan
say
Clark's a good example.
I would say Daniel's Darling and Daniel are the same. They're fine. Who are
fine.
they? Who are
Yeah.
they holding out? But you could easily not have them, and would it have made much of a difference?
I'd say Will Phillips is one for me. That draft was a hard draft.
It's that COVID area.
Yeah, it's
What was
COVID.
it?
The error was like
He was
30
a-
something because he
Yeah.
was academy,
Academy.
but still,
But I don't
bit
think it was
earlier.
a hard draft. I don't think anyone else had Will Phillips at that high in their order. Like that's the other.
They went
yeah,
high.
They went real high.
Finish
on
this
Will
up.
Phillips.
Hit the bullet.
West Coast Bullet.
Bang. All right, wrap it up.
We are brought to you by Tab Touch. Got the touch? Download the Tab Touch app today. What are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, visit gamblinghelponline.org.au. All right, this has been the Hardball Gets AFL show. We'll see you tomorrow for the mailbag. Catch you then.